Hello dear math students, let's continue with the continuity of a function in an interval. See, we were doing continuity of a function at a given point, but when the function is defined differently at different points, like it is 0 and 1, so below 0 it is 2x, from 0 to 1 and both 0 and 1 are involved. So from 0 to 1 we have put an arrow here, it is 0, and for greater than 1 it is 4x. So for greater than 1 here the value is 4x. So when the function is defined differently at different points and you are asked to check continuity of function throughout, then we have to take all the points into consideration. If you are checking only at one point, then it will be this limit and this limit. But if you are checking continuity throughout, then we have 0 and 1, 2 points on number line, and we will assume 1 point here, 1 point here and 1 point here. So let us check one by one. First of all, at x equals to a, we take its left limit and its right limit and its value at a. And you can very clearly see, children, look at this number line. You take this point a, left of a or right of a or at a, the function is 2x only. Therefore, it is left of a, this is right of a, and this is at a. In all these cases, the value will be 2a. Therefore, the function will be continuous at any point below 0. So this is what we discussed in class also. Whenever function changes, then there is a possibility of discontinuity. If the function remains the same, then there is no possibility of discontinuity. Now coming to this point 0. Now at 0 function is changing. Okay, so this point is very crucial, because below 0 it is something else, after 0 it is something else. So let's check. At 0, left hand limit, the right hand limit and the value of function at 0. You see the function to the left of it, it is 2x. You see the function to the right of it, it is 0. And you see the function at 0, where it is arrowed, at 0, it is 0. So left of it, it is 2x. Right of it, it is 0. And at 0 also, it is 0. So by putting this 0 here, this comes 0. So you see, the function is changing at 0, but then left hand limit, right hand limit and value of function at that point comes same. It means the function is continuous at 0 also. Right? Now we check any point, say b, obviously at b also, because the function is not changing, it is 0. So it will be continuous. Now let me come to point 1. So at x equals to 1, you take its left limit 1 minus, you take its right limit 1 plus, and at 1. When you see this number line, to the left of 1 the function is 0, to the right of 1 the function is 4x, and at 1 it is arrowed, the function is 0. So to the left of 1 it is 0, to the right of 1 it is 4x, and at 1 it is 0. So from this we can very clearly see that the function is giving you different limits. Therefore, the function is not continuous at x equals to 1 only. Right? Now let's take another case. This is modulus question, x minus 5 mod. So whenever we come across modulus, you are always aware of mod definition, which says that it is positive x minus 5 for all values greater than or equals to 5, and it is minus x minus 5 for all values less than 5. So whenever we come across mod question, the definition is to be defined by you, and it has to be written on number line this way, because mod changes at a point where it becomes 0, means it changes at 5. After 5 it is plus x minus 5, and before 5 it is minus x minus 5, and at 5 it is 0. This is the nature of mod. So let us see. Let us assume 1 point here, 1 point here. So we will check at x equals to a, we'll check the continuity at x equals to 5, and we'll check the continuity at x equals to b, which is greater than 5, and a is less than 5. Now see, you take the left hand limit of a, right hand limit of a, and fa, and very closely you observe the number line. You take left hand limit of a or right hand limit of a or a, the function is minus x minus 5. Therefore, by putting it becomes minus a plus 5, and to the right of a also it is minus x minus 5. So it is again minus a plus 5, and at a also the function is minus x minus 5. So it is minus a plus 5. It means again our point remains the same. If the function is not changing at a given point, then there is no possibility of discontinuity. The possibility is here. See, at 5. Why? Because before 5 and after 5 it is different. Therefore, let us see the left hand limit of 5, the right hand limit, and the value at 5. To the left of 5, it is minus x minus 5. To the right, it is plus x minus 5. And at 5, as we said, it is 0. But the limit is tending to 5. Therefore, all these three values are equal. Right? So maybe it was changing, but still the function is giving you same value to the left and right. So it is continuous at 5 also. Now let us go to one point B, which is more than 5. Check the limits. So B minus for left hand side, B plus to the right of B, and at B, and all these are having function x minus 5, x minus 5. So it will be B minus 5, B minus 5, and B minus 5. Therefore the function is continuous at any point more than 5, any point less than 5, and at 5 also. So with this we can conclude that function is continuous at every point in the domain of fx. Right? So this way, children, if the function is asked at a point, then we take only that point. But if you are asked to check continuity of the function throughout, then we have to consider 1 point less than that and 1 point more than that. So I hope with this the continuity of function is very, very clear. So with this we conclude, and we will relate it to our next topic, differentiation. See you soon in class. Thank you.